Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Earlier on this podcast, the Film Buff podcast, that's what you're listening to right now. Hosted, created, forwarded, and obsessively produced by yours truly, Peter A. Hold up. It's in the morning. It's very early. I need a little bit of coffee. Sip the coffee while you're recording. Get through. Just get through the process. But Peter A. DeLuca here, everyone. The Film Buff coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. One of the greatest cities for summertime. It's summer. We just got through a heat wave. And the last couple of days, it has been... So I've been playing in this volleyball league. Every single Tuesday for the last month, we've had 1 out of 5 showings for volleyball. So we've been rained out. It's Tuesday morning. Clouds have already rolled in. Started raining yesterday. But we went through this heat wave. We're going through almost like a storm wave. And what creates what happens within the city is you get these hot days. So you kind of like, you dress down. Then it rains. And then there's a level of mugginess that come in. And the heat just, like you're walking through this like hot air. There's very little you can do to be comfortable. So a lot of times I'll be in full work dress. And yesterday I forgot to pack my change of clothes. I keep a couple quick things to change into in one of my work bags. Forgot to pack it yesterday because yesterday was very early in the morning for me. Early in the morning is a little bit code for all hands are on deck. Everyone's showing up at a particular boardroom, at a particular building, in a particular spot. And I don't know exactly who's going to be there. I just know I have a request to be there. There might be a couple quick conversations I'm expected to have, or just to sit down, go through something with someone, explain things, so on and so forth. So that's a little bit of what yesterday was. And I get back, and I'm not joking, AKAPADers. This is what summer is like sometimes in Philly. I get back from a full day at the office. I'm like drenched in sweat. And it's just from my walk home. Now, given sometimes as my day is dwindling down, I'll bounce around a couple coffee houses. I'll spend like $30 on coffee, just working out of coffee houses. I'm not one of the weirdos that go into a coffee house, use their Wi-Fi, take a seat, and not purchase pastries and snacks and so on and so forth. I spend money where I put my butt. So yesterday was the big Odyssey episode, and wow, a lot of you out there, a lot of my film buffers showed up for that. Amazing. I'm not done talking about the Odyssey. I'm not done speaking about the career of Christopher Nolan, or all of the wonderful conversational controversy that came up around that film. So between the sweaty mess of Monday and the early Tuesday morning, I've been up since about 5:30. I didn't know what to breach. Like, what are we going to talk about? And as often as I battled two things, and it's essentially like a two-way list, right? Like a double column list. That's what I'm trying to say. The one side of the list is what I've been watching, movie-wise, streaming-wise, TV show-wise, even a couple YouTube things. And on the right side of that is all the newer movies that are either out, where they're at, what I can watch. So now, in all of the streaming apps, I keep a somewhat strict dedicated watch list. But even aggregating all of that gets very confusing because it's 5 or 6 separate watch lists. Amazon pulls in some of them, but not all of them. So maybe I'm like down to 5 or 4, not 5 or 6, right? Makes it a little bit easier. But there's still a level of data collection I have to go through to pinpoint the best new movie to bring to you when I sit down to record. And then we have like Fridays, we like to do independent movies. A lot of times I'll watch an independent movie and now I'll go back and forth with, you know, discussing it today, for example. Should I wait till Friday? Is it really independent? You know, like our independent Fridays are a battle sometimes. And I had a nice independent movie, but we'll talk about that this Friday. It's AMC Plus is incredible with some of their releases. So I went back and forth, and my whole way home yesterday, I'm thinking like, what is happening on Tuesday? I have all my night episodes for about a month already recorded. Last night, I think you guys got Spider-Man 3. Because, yeah, it's Spider-Man time, right? We're getting another Spider-Man movie on the 31st. How exciting is that? I don't care what people say. It's Spider-Man. You gotta see it. Like, you gotta put that on your schedule. So I started watching this documentary on a guy that just I'm not familiar with. But it came up on Tubi. Thank the heavens for Tubi. Julian Shinabal. That's his last name. Shinabal. Julian. And he's a painter. And he's with pictures by Andy Warhol, Jean Baptiste Basquiat. Within this documentary, you see them, they're erecting like 40-foot high, like 2-story high paintings of his. And this guy, and they speak about him of being just a multifaceted talent. And he's just like obsessive and he works and kind of like normal. Like he's eccentric in some ways, but he's not this living artist that we all imagine. And then they start talking to William Dafoe in this documentary, and then they start talking to Al Pacino, and I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, wait, wow, like why, like Hollywood's showing up for this one artist? I'm not familiar with this guy. And then they get into some of his filmmaking, and you see him like even like sitting down with Andy Warhol in front of a screen. It's just a black and white still picture, and it's just like, okay, so he made those weird art house films, and yeah, let's be honest, Andy Warhol made some weird art house films, and okay, so he was maybe like a part of the factory and did a couple things, and then there's a picture with him and Gary Oldman, and then it hits me because the still shot, the black and white still shot, and I love black and white pictures. I just love them. In my Instagram feed, I told my fiance I just want all, when it comes to like our personal pictures, I want them all to be black and white now. Uh, I went through this black and white photography book, and it just blew me away. You know, like it just made me realize the beauty of black and white. If you asked me in the past, I would have always said it, but it's different when you say things to when you realize it. So we get this black and white picture of this guy with Gary Oldman, and I knew it. That's from the set of Basquiat, the 1996 movie that we spoke about earlier last year. Basquiat, in my view, is the second greatest portrait of an artist that we ever got on celluloid. The greatest being Ed Harris's Pollock. A part of that is just the way Pollock looks, the tone, like the color tone of the movie, and then the music, and just the way they heighten uh, when he falls into creativity, like the music and just the process of him working. Just it's the way it runs. It's amazing. But and Basquiat's a little bit of the flip side because Ed Harris is so skilled because he wrote and directed Pollock, is so skilled in showing us what it feels like, right? Like it's more expressive. here, Julian, with the 1996 Basquiat, explains it. And he's able to show it in ways that, and explain it in ways that I think are, it breaches high art. And Basquiat and Pollock really are, like, it's a two-headed dragon of this, the rise of American art, art film. So I go through this guy's filmography, and I want to say, if I go back to listen to my Basquiat episode, Before Night Falls, I have yet to see it. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, yet to see it. Lou Reed, Berlin, documentary, yet to see it. Muriel, yet to see it. At Eternity's Gate with William Dafoe. So that explains how William Dafoe's in this documentary. And At Eternity's Gate, which is our boy Vincent Van Gogh, someone who, perception-wise, right? Like, I battle with my perception of Van Gogh, because I really think he was a loon. I think he was nutty, and I don't think he can hold a candle to any of his contemporaries. I just think postmodern culture made Van Gogh into a name, and rightfully so. Not much happened with him when he was painting, because he wasn't that good. Like, that's my Van Gogh take. Very controversial. So, like my mind is blown. And then I get into a 2025 movie that I had to research, because I thought I was pretty positive in bringing you guys. At the Hand of Dante. This movie. Can we go through the cast? Oscar Isaac, Gail Gadot, Gerard Butler, John Malkovich, Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Jason Momoa, Benjamin Clementine, Sabrina Impaccatori. This is one of the best casts in a drama we've had in the last couple of years. So why is this movie stacked? What's this movie about? Why haven't you heard of it? It's from Netflix. And Julian does something here that I absolutely love. Modern day is black and white, and the past is in color. Right? That's a point. That's a point right there. This is about the discovery, the hunt, the battle for what is believed to be an original manuscript of Dante's Inferno. When we get into the creation of Dante's Inferno, we get into the hunt for the manuscript, the way it's being manipulated, the powers that be, and at the end, ending tragically for a lot of people. And the manuscript gets lost in time, as it originally was. And we have ways of understanding the forgery of documents, the forgery of the history of some of this stuff, who you need approval from, who needs to sign off, what do they need to see, how exactly do they need to see it. And then if you have something that the world's going to want, you need to have it verified before it's verified. And that's a little bit of Oscar Isaacson's character. And he plays like dual roles here in two different centuries, which is incredible. This movie, and I wanted to speak to you guys about it, and speak to you a little bit about Julian Schnabel, because this movie came and went, and no one spoke about it. It stuck with me. I mean, I'm able to. I watched this movie when it dropped on Netflix. What's it? June 12th, 2026. June 24. Released on Netflix June 24. It's a 2025 movie, but it got released on Netflix June 24, 2026. Enough of this movie stuck with me till I can just sit down with you and discuss it. I don't have to rewatch it. I don't have to do anything. So I felt a little guilty realizing I with my own research, didn't record this episode, didn't release it, didn't drop it. So that's why you're getting this one a little bit late today, but I think it's for a good reason. I think it's for appropriate reasons. A lot of times, I will wait until I'm absolutely uh, excited and inspired just to sit down and bring you guys a movie that I know that the world passed up that you should be paying attention to. And I do feel like this viewing experience is a little bit of enrichment because we should understand the circumstances around Dante's Inferno and in hand the value of it, right? Like, what's the value of it? I love what he did here. This is, in my view, a visionary movie, and shame on the entire film community, the film critics. These, I don't know what these people do. I don't know how they eat their lunch or look themselves in the mirror. It's so frustrating from my perspective that this film doesn't get more attention, more adulation, and bravo to Netflix and giving this guy the money and giving this guy the talent and pipelining it and greenlighting it, all of it. I think it's well earned. I think it's there. All right, AK Patters, I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.